Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Better Than Wolves. I am back in the main base. 2 days in the overworld, what a concept. And as you can see, I've done a little construction off camera. This is the spot where mob heads wind up. I don't know if I did that last session or not. But I have the system, at least the preliminary system, running. We have our items getting melted down very slowly. And our bows also getting melted down very slowly with a little cross-contamination. It just needs to be quickly dealt with. There we go. And then we just need to... So that's just the backlog of stuff that didn't get processed. So I made a bunch more hibachis because of the revised layout of this. Makes this kind of necessary. I've got wound up with two separate bellows on this rather than just the one, unlike before. So it's going to be a lot more fire than there was. And we need to do some research today. So the first thing we need to do is find out a very important question. We need to answer the question, do axles burn? I cannot recall. I don't believe they do. I think they were made fireproof, but let's confirm that. We'll see if that's still there in a little while. I've got to be careful because there is wood around, and I want to make sure this gearbox right here doesn't burn, because that would be terrible. Absolutely horrible. In fact, the easiest way to keep it from burning is to just have no air around it. So that should do that. Okay, that's secure. Oh. Don't need to do anything to that still. Alright, so the next thing we want to find out is if there is a powered... Do these things tilt consistently? So, if my understanding is correct, we're just going to confirm this right now. Okay, yeah, I haven't managed to screw up too much right here. Not for lack of trying, but I almost screwed some stuff up. Just get that right there. Oh, maybe I did. What's that? Oh, nope, nope, nope. Just a future output point. So if I put this right here and power it, yes, okay. All right, next question. So it tilts probably consistently no matter what way we point it. Now, if my understanding is correct of these items, of course, can't test it accurately with the block above it. Oh, well, alright, I didn't actually have to move it. So the next question is, do the items fall into the block adjacent? Because if they do, that makes my unloading system actually immensely easier. Here we go. They do. Oh, and they even spit. Ooh, even better. Okay, this is going to be a piece of cake. So one of the things I was really concerned about, just to clarify, is shutting off the fire. Now, with what we've just discovered, we don't technically have to turn the fire off, per se. Now, there is the little issue that... we might have to... Let's see. We'll figure this out in a second here. Let's just... I think I got an idea. We just need to figure out which way it will turn if I power it. So if this is the power source, and I put a cauldron right here, hopefully it will turn towards me. Yes, it will. Okay. Basically the same direction the axle is rotating. I think. So... Yeah, so if it's coming out this way. So if we bring in the power from here, I'm actually going to be rethinking this just a bit. So that's going to be power in right there. And power in right there. The reason is I realized I can't bring the power in from above here because I would lose my axles very quickly. So what I don't have to worry about is the shutting down the fire, because of the way the items spit out, there is actually no physical way for them to get destroyed if I set this up right. which is why we are going to put the hibachis here instead. And then, of course, the second set is going to go right here. Hey, wait a minute. Wait. No, you're not allowed to burn. You friggin' game. Dang nabbit. I think I lost 2 hibachis here, didn't I? Oh. Jeepers. Burned up in their own fire, too, I think. Okay, well, I'll replace those later. Okay. So if we go 1, 2, 3 out on each of these. Now, when they're powered, they should dump all their items into this space right here. And into... Oh my, I'm on fire. See, that's the part I'm worried about right there, is it actually putting stuff through. Boy, it's a good thing I got that fire resistance here. So I need to make sure they don't wind up in fire right there. I need to minimize the amount of fire that gets lit on fire here, because that's just a stupid silliness. Okay. So now if I was to power this... Yeah, so that should be good. We'll just make sure it's fully secured. And so what we should be able to do is have the items wind up in a water stream right here, which we can then send to a storage system and secondary sorting in the case of the string and then this water stream can wind up right here, one below. Now, which direction it's going to go still remains to be seen. Oops, I just turned off the bellows. Yeah, we'll figure out where this goes a little later. What it matters right now is that I can get the items. This is sort of a one step at a time situation. I'm figuring out pieces of the puzzle, one piece at a time. The piece I'm figuring out right now is how to unload these silly things. Because we could always use more iron. Okay. So we'll bring this across here. 1, 2, 3. There's no reason why I should have to do that. Where do they need to be? At a very inconvenient height. But that's okay, because actually it will allow me... Okay, there should not be anything right here. Perfect, okay. 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to just bring provisional power. See, now that we've finished with the hoppers, or with the axles, I should say, up here, although we will be doing some manipulation on those, because when the boxes are emptying, we want to make sure... Oh, we just need to make sure we give it time for everything. Hey. Oh, crap. Well, that's not good. That just burned in the fire, didn't it? Yep. Darn it all. Okay. So, only you can prevent forest fires? Well, I guess we do it like this. Like this. And like that. That should be fully fireproof now. There should be no fire able to form because there is no air blocks next to a combustible item. Okay. And there's a couple more of those, and there's a couple more of, yep, those. Yeah. Okay. So this one with the, this is the shutdown for the hoppers here. All 4 of these hoppers are controlled by this guy right here. I hadn't originally planned on shutting down the twin, but at this point I think they will all get shut down. Mostly because the way I've wound up wiring this is just going to make it easier to do it that way. Okay, so then we're going to need a second... You need a stick, we need a cobble, we need another lever, because we need to be able to control the dumping system manually as well, until we get the automated system put in. Whoops. Now this is also in the wrong place horizontally, which means we just need to do a quick... There. Put those there. Alright, we'll take it down to the floor here. And then... This is going to be the control right here. Over one. One of these two will be the control site. Oh. How... Not as inconvenient as I feared. Okay. Put that right there. For gosh sakes, let me out. Let me out. That one across the ceiling. That one from above. Okay. Now then, we need to control that right there. Good. I need to make some inventory space for myself so that I have somewhere to put all this stuff when it inevitably comes out of these buckets. Actually, there shouldn't be too much now, so that's okay. Especially if we only unload the iron one for testing purposes. So if I have set this up right, I should have a nice big... That's not good. Well, I think that just dumped a whole bunch of iron into the fire, didn't it? Eh. Oh well. Dang it. Darn it all. I was supposed to work the other way. Well, okay, fine. It's not insurmountable, it's just irritating. It's a good thing I'm not hurting for iron right now. Or I'd be a little upset by that. That was a bit of a dirt move on my part, I'll tell you. Things that you should not test when the power is on to your fire systems, because you will inevitably lose something precious to you. Namely, all the goodies that you have in your boxes. Alright, we'll get you three back. Okay. So now, new understanding says items should land right here. Which we will find out in just a second. Once this is out of the way, of course. There we are. Beautiful. Wait, hold on. Those items should not have gone anywhere because there was a... Oh, there wasn't a block in the way at the time when everything went horribly, horribly wrong. Never mind. Okay. So now then the items... Relocate those. We'll wind up right here. Perfect. I mean, at this point in time, I could just have them dump... I could just have them dump into Hopper and be done with it. That would not be the end of the world. 5. Okay. And there's the stoking. There we are. Get rid of all those. That's a lot of sticks and arrows and stuff. Okay. And those two go there. And then... we'll put one more on this one. Why not? Get 5 anyways. The iron's more important to melt down quickly anyways. I don't really care if a couple of crap items from a couple of extra bows overflow. That doesn't bother me really. So I think I got 5 on each now. Okay. The numbers I calculated for 3 will stand. Let's just, let's see. We have some iron? Yes, we do. Let's just test it on that one. So if all has been designed accurately, items should spit into there. And done. Okay. Good. So that's step 2 down. So now for the hard part. Timing. So what we need is a double timing system. Okay, where are my calculations? I had calculations. Setting 3, 2 torches. Okay. Yeah, what do we say? A 2-minute timer. Yeah, they're actually, let's do... It empties reasonably quickly, so let's think on this. We need a... Let's say every 5 minutes we're going to do this. Of course, I need to clear space here, but let's see. Let's just get some... Actually, we'll just make a nice little row of clocks right here. We're going to need some turntables set to some slow settings and some fast settings. Actually, we might be able to just use these two. That'll be my fast timer. So then I just need a slow timer, which actually we'll just build, change of plans. My slow timer will be hooked up over here. Because between the two, that should provide more than enough control. All right. So let's see. We just need some axles. You. Interesting. All right. So there we go. Let's see. So the plan here is we're going to have a turntable. I actually made lots of turntables for this whole project. Probably way more than I actually need. There's our clock. So that just has to be reconfigured briefly to be... Ooh, I'm going to have to go get some pneumatics. So setting 4. 1 torch. Up here. Because I don't want it to accidentally shut down that inappropriately. Okay. So I'll have to double check the numbers before I go any further. Well, hold on. Each tick, on this setting, each tick is 4 seconds. So 15 items. Hold on. Yeah, 4-second delays, so a full rotation takes 16 seconds. 16, 32, 64. So 4 items in a block dispenser will give each 4-item block dispenser is a 1-minute click. So let's start it up. Here's our 1-minute timer, or our multi-minute timer. So if we have you controlled based off of a redstone torch as your final output, that'll create basically a pulse. So 16 seconds, 32 seconds, 56, 64. So that's a little over a minute with 4 items. So then we'll just get a few other things like some stone brick. So every 2 minutes, so what we're going to do, I think, ooh, I've got it. All right, I've got an idea. We're going to need 2 2-minute timers, but we're going to do it with 1 timer here because it's going to be a finite state machine, which will make sense when I actually finish building it. So there's 2, almost 2, there it is, there's the last one. 2 64-second periods and then a pulse. Okay. And we're going to need torches that I don't have right now. Just put a slab down there. I'll have to make sure that's secured later. Hold on. Why is that not running? What did we forget? That's not running. That's not running. Oh, because another bloody axle, or... Okay, those are expensive. Dang it. Another gearbox broke. Okay. Oh, and I needed that one too, didn't I? Okay. Fine, fine, fine. We'll just seal it up. There we are. Okay. That shouldn't be able to burn anymore. Okay. So every 2 and a bit minutes, this is going to create a pulse. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to go to a block dispenser that has 2 potential outputs. I have to figure out how to make that happen. I think I know how I'm going to make that happen. Let's just do some experiments with multi-output here. So if I have a block dispenser here, and output 1 is right here, and output 2 is right here. Watch this. So this is how it's going to work. We want to get one signal to come out up here. Okay. So one signal will power this line right here, which will do one of the jobs, and the other one will power this line right here. And so what we'll need is we'll need a whole block and a torch. Because what we'll do is we will... Oh, and that's going to be... We're going to have to work very hard to prevent cross-contamination of signals. Actually, I might be able to do that with a... Nah, we'll just use that. There's the redstone. So the question is, if I power this... Okay, no cross-contamination. Don't be silly. There we go. So first power. Whoops. Alright, second power. Powers that. Now if I unpower it... No, we have cross-contamination. Okay. Alternative, actually. I think this will work. Well, let's test this one first. Power. And unpowered. Immediately unpowered because of that. If I get rid of that... No, it's still unpowered. Okay. I really don't want to have to do 2 separate timers. Maybe I do. Maybe I do want to do 2 separate timers. Let's think. How else could we get a third signal out of this? I could do it this way. With a cobblestone block and a redstone repeater. That could work. Let's just have some power going in there. And then let's do that. So that powers that one. And off. And that should send power... No, because it locks the repeater. Right. So it would have to be going in as a redstone like that. Which would mean we would need a buffered, but it won't push a signal through without... Okay. Alright. I think... I'm going to have to think on that. But I think the alternative solution is really quite simple, where we just have 2 of these, one of which can only operate when... They need to operate independently from one another. I mean, I could have one of them just operate twice as long. No, that wouldn't work either. No, they have to be sequential. One has to lead to the other. Actually... Oh, hold on. I know what we need to do. This is going to be actually rather interesting. Let's see if we can make this work the way I want it to. Theory crafting. So much fun. Where's some sticks? I need some sticks. Fortunately, we have a system here that's making them. Right there. I need some torches so that I don't start getting mobs spawning down here. Okay, so if we use a T flip-flop. T flip-flop, yeah. T flip-flop will be the device. And what we're going to need is a rig here. Is an AND gate. Or an override. An override would be the more appropriate term. Okay, let's get a couple. Good, got sticky pistons. Now let's just make a second counter. We're going to just take all the items out of here for now. Do I have a hopper? I have a hopper. That will work. Just need something I can use as a box for a little bit. While I theory craft a little more here. Okay. Because I just need it to be... Okay, there we are. A couple items in a row. And then we need a second one that will go right here. Okay, and that one will also have a cobblestone, a slab, and a torch. Okay, now we need a T flip-flop. No, not a T flip-flop. Hold on, no, it does have to be a latch. Never mind. Because the it needs to remember for the entire cycle which one is which. Okay. Okay, so the way it's going to work, this is how this little guy's going to work. And this is going to act as sort of a here's what can happen now setup. So we're going to need we're going to do the full-size one here just so I can figure out exactly where it's going. All right, so input. All right. So if this torch is on now, let me see. I want this one to... This one needs to disable itself. So they need to be self-disabling. So what they need to do is they need to be connected to the output they are not controlling. Or the negated output they are controlling. So if that one is controlling this one, then this needs to be told. Okay. So that comes in here. So when this one gets shut off, I need to have it get overridden by this signal right here, so that it can no longer pulse. Okay. All right, so when that one is, hold on, it sets its own off signal. So it needs to be inverted. So that one has just turned itself off, okay? So yeah, at this point it can no longer do a pulse. This one needs to set this memory cell here. Like so. Well, once I get this out of the way anyways. No sense in wasting coal. Okay. So when this one reaches its torch state, it will shut this off, which means that it needs an inverted, a little crowded. I probably should have put these further apart from one another, but So it needs a redstone line here that is isolated. So there we are. That's that one. And that will be controlled by this. So it is a self-deactivating as well. That is not going to work quite right. Yeah, no, that would just made it. That just turned it into a clock. So that's just in a little too close proximity. Okay, let's just do the other one here first. Okay. So this one needs to go one wider. Space is always the biggest constraint with redstone projects, isn't it? Okay, so redstone comes around here. When this is off, this needs to be off. So, if that's the case, then this torch needs to be set to the, or when that's, yeah, there. So now when its cell is off, the thing is, yeah, that's right. Okay. So now this one, right here, controlled in the same manner. One of those, and a torch. When this cell is on, so it needs to turn this cell off when off time comes. And it needs to be controlled by a inverted, once again, signal. Put that there. That'll force the signal into the block. Ooh, nope, not quite. Let's see. Yeah, it is the way I want to do it. I just need to bring it around all the way here, because I need to avoid signal interference. Easiest way to do that will be right here, because this won't be connected. Bring it around here because of the lovely quirk of the way redstone torches work. Alright, and then this becomes an inverting signal. I'm not sure if this is the simplest way you can do it, but it certainly is going to produce the signals I need. Okay, so now when this one is on, this clock is off, and when this clock is on, this one should be off. So the two should never be operating simultaneously. There we go. Unless, of course, something locks up. What locked up here? All right, hold on. Oh. No, okay, no, they do. Hold on. Hold on your horses. Yeah, that's a problem. What happened? It's powered with the wrong signal on. So it actually needs to be receiving an inverted signal from that. No, wait. No, it needs to be a proper AND gate, doesn't it? Darn it. Okay, this is going to be a little bit more crowded than I expected. Why did this... What happened here? Because it's leaving the signal... Oh, right. I bet you what'll happen is when this thing finishes its cycle... Whoops. What will happen is this thing will turn on, but because this is on... No, wait, that should have worked. That should have worked, because this turns off. Oh, but this has already got a signal coming into it. Monostable circuit. That's what's missing. So we need a monostable circuit. So I could put one of those in off camera after this episode is over. Okay, so to clarity, what's going to happen? For 2 minutes, nothing. This timer is just going to say all items and systems and facilities are running as normal. When this one... oh man, no, it's a 3-state system, isn't it? When this one switches on, for example, this will have to turn off the hoppers upstairs. Okay? Now, the signal from this right here, this redstone torch we see right here, we're going to have to reorganize this. I'm going to reorganize the space off camera here. When this torch comes out, rather than going straight to the RS NOR latch, it needs to go through to a delaying system. And that delaying system, while it's active, probably a slow clock, maybe one run rotation of a slow clock, will cause this system right here, this to activate, and thus dump all of these items into the storage system. So every 4 minutes, the items will be dumped out, approximately, because 2 minutes for normal collection, 2 minutes for deactivated getting caught up. Actually, we'll probably do 3 and 1. 3 minutes of normal activity, 1 minute of getting caught up, because this is melting stuff a lot faster now with the changes I've made. Yeah, iron items are going to melt much, much quicker. Yeah, so 3 minutes collecting normally, 1 minute getting caught up, or 2 minutes of getting caught up, and then about 16 seconds of emptying, because it empties very quickly. And that should do it. The end of that should wind up with 99% iron ingots and arrows being stored in our system. Anyways, that's the plan. So what I'm going to do off camera, I'm going to clear out this mess here. This was just theory crafting. So I'll clear this out, make room to do the actual timing we need, and run the initial wires from the spots we need to control. And in the next episode, we'll hook this whole thing up and demonstrate it. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.